Welcome back on Dynamod. Today I want to propose you a video about
the unboxing review about the issue number 47 for the Warhammer Conquest Warhammer 40k, released by the combination of Hachette and Games Workshop. This is quite an amazing issue because inside there is the land speeder, or the land speeder, but we'll see quite soon. And I want to remember you that these releasing about the Warhammer Conquest are still delaying every 2 weeks, so I having problems about having them and so on, but I'll try to bring you all the ones that I'm interested about, but you can order them, so don't worry, because anyway, even if you can't find them, you can ask that they give you and they order you so that you can have them, so you don't have such problems. And I suggest you to take note about these issues because they are quite interesting, some of them, because you can save a lot of money. So now we can start and see the miniature itself. We can see here the base, that is the transparent one. You can use as magnifier also, with the support that you had the two side supports if you want, so you can, even if you build one of these, you can have one of these ones eventually, so it's quite interesting. So now we can put this aside and see the miniature itself. And about the miniature, we can find that there are all this much, and we can find that there are all the options available: the Typhoon, the Assault Cannon, everything else. So it's really quite impressive because it means that you can create everything about the option that you have for this model. And I think that I'll create a video about how to monetize it, because I think that it's quite interesting about this and can make you save a lot of options eventually. And I want to remember you that about the rules for playing Warhammer 40k, in particular the Codex Prismarine new one also, and old one, but the new one, and the rules about 8th edition and 9th edition, you can find everything in the description, because I made the unboxing and the focuses about, so eventually see in the description about the various playlists that you can be interested about. So we can put this aside and see the issues itself. We can see that the issue itself in the cover has about the land speeder, so it's right, because it's the miniature that it's inside. Here we can find the contents inside. Here a bit of description about the land speeder itself, that it's quite amazing model. Here we can find a little background and description about the land speeder, the weapon and so on related about the land speeder. I like a lot of these technical things. As you can see, you can identify the different weapons that you have for the land speeder itself. Here a bit of background about the land speeder, that it's always amazing. Here a bit about Nargol, so you can compare a bit, no, it's that the other parts of the army, it's anyway related about Nargol, so it's okay that there is a bit of information about. Here there is how to assemble the land speeder, and I think that it's quite interesting to understand how to monetize it and so on, because it can be quite amazing one. So I suggest you to take a note about, because it can give you inspiration about also monetize and construct, make maybe some variations on, so it can be quite interesting. And moreover, you can understand if some parts you can paint or not better. So for example, the legs before you assemble or so on, it can be something that you can study with interesting. And here, how to paint. And sincerely, we can find that with the color that give you along the issues of this opera, we can find that there is quite a lot of option to arrive to a certain point where you can really have almost a finished model. So it's really quite interesting, the results that you can gain with this opera, really quite amazing. Here a bit of background, because there is a new mission to talk about. In fact, there is this one that it explains you how to play with the flying models. In this case, I want to remember you that these rules are related about the 8th edition, and this one is related about the previous Codex of Space Marine than the one that has been released now in the 2020. So remember such things. Still, you can play with the 8th edition and these rules without any problem. Remember that in the description there is the list of both the rule books eventually, and you can choose. Don't worry, because you can choose to can upgrade later and so on. In the while, play, learn to play, have fun modifying, have fun painting, so not worry about this. Here the image about the Space Marine, I like a lot of this part, and here the usual cover about the Warhammer Conquest, really the usual. And here we can find the part about what it will be released next. Next issues that see these mottos of the Space Marines, that I find them quite interesting, so I suggest you to buy them because I think that they are quite interesting. Here the colors, and remember, this one I'm not interested about, so I'll not buy, but this it's quite nice as seen buying other than by these models. So I suggest you, if you want to save a bit of money, to anyway to buy if you're interested to such colors or a bit of the background inside. So not worry, because there are a lot of interesting things also in here, but the one that I'm interested it's this one. So this one I bring you as issue because I find it quite interesting. So this is quite interesting options that you have about what will be released. I want to remind you that the issue has been delayed, so there are a lot of things that has still to be released, but I think that it's quite an amazing opera. So I suggest you to see the number, the issues that you are interested about, because the miniatures, because maybe some things that are inside and you want to know better. So there are options inside that I suggest you to gain. Anyway, from Dynamod it's everything. I invite you to put a like on this video, to subscribe to the channel, to ring the bell, and to comment this video if you are interested in something about this video or you want to suggest me some arguments for other videos. I hope to see you again. To the next time.